Here we are, Brunswick Eats. I'm the beard. We got Buddha again. Go ahead, introduce yourself, guys.
Cheston Broomelli Boys Pizza.
I'm Trevor. I'm the general manager here.
So, Chester, how long have this establishment been here?
September 06, so we're on year 19.
19,
going into 20. Yep.
That's awesome.
That's right.
So, how did it all start?
It all started, I was working in a pizzeria down in Fernandina. They opened up a place in Jacksonville. I went down there to help them open that place up. Parents were living up here. My pop was a photographer his whole life, and he didn't want to start that over. So he's like, you know, you wanted to do a pizza place at some point of your own. I don't know what I'm going to do up here. What do you think about coming up here? So then 3 months later, here we were. Just, wow. Yeah. And that's about it. Like, that's the whole story. Yeah.
Took off.
Yep. And then, never looked back. And here we are 19 years later. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
19.
Did you already have your dough recipe together?
Yeah.
And stuff
So
like
it was basically a modified version of what I was doing there. Same with the sauce, modified version of what we were doing there. And there was a place out in Tallahassee called Momo's at the time. And a bunch of my buddies used to, work out there while they were going to Florida State. So it was just kind of combining ideas. That was kind of the whole thing. Yeah, for sure.
So was it you and your brother? So where does the boys come in?
The boys is actually me and my pop. So we were my brother, I do have a brother, but he lives in Orlando and he's never made a pizza in his life. So yeah.
Elio's?
yeah. So it didn't work out that way. So, but yeah, me and my pop. Yep, that's the way it ended up. Yep.
Wow, that's awesome.
Amazing. And you came in with all this? I mean, the decor and all that? Is this?
Yeah. Thank you.
So over the years, it's been one of those things that's just kind of developed. You know what I mean? It was you're always kind of trying to find your, what does the brand look like? And eventually, it's probably been 8 to 10 years now. I got with the lady at Tight Bird Creative downtown named Tammy. I was trying to get the brand redone, trying to get something that really popped, and she was like, what do you like? Who are you? And she just started taking the things that I liked and was slowly just, if you like it, if it's cool to you, let's just go ahead and put it out there. Let's make it your thing. And so that's what we're kind of doing. And then, as we brought Trevor along, we're doing the same thing with him. It's like, all right, you're, kind of the next face of the company. What do you like? How do you think this place should look? What should we be doing? And he's just kind of taking it off from there. So now it's just better and better as the years go by. Yeah.
So you've been in the same spot for 20 years, or have you moved?
No, it was right here. In fact, when we got here, this floor was just dirt. I mean, the concrete was poured for us, and it was built out for us.
So you were like the first tenant?
We were the first tenant in the building for sure.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And Trevor, I mean, have you do you have a career in pizza?
Not. Well, now I do. I will say that, man. Just being in the restaurant in general. Before I came here, I was 19 landscaping, and I just kind of wanted out of that, and I stumbled upon this place, and I was like, something special, and just being able to be a part of something so local, but also being in the position I am now to help cultivate an environment that people want to work in that kind of goes against, the toxicity that's seen in some other restaurants, So
it's easy to get.
Yeah.
The restaurant biz is not as easy as it looks.
Not even close.
And believe it or not, pizza is probably one of the hardest things.
We were just talking about it. Yeah, exactly.
So what are the challenges of owning a pizzeria?
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, and that's something we were actually discussing earlier was that quantity-wise, there's a really high number of pizzerias, so being able to stand out makes it that much harder, and it's for the common person, so it does get critiqued a lot more often when mistakes happen, and they will.
Everyone's a connoisseur.
Yeah.
And especially when you're down here, because you got the New Yorkers and the New Englanders and Chicago.
A lot of transplants.
And they're like, hey, I know pizza.
They always do.
Yeah, I know pizza. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yep.
And I understand the challenges, because you're in a location where there's a lot of different pizza places. How do you make yourself stand out? What do you do? I'll give you a secret what I did. When I had my pizza places, I got in with the real estate agents.
Huh.
because when people move to a new place, what's their first dinner?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pizza or Chinese food?
Yep.
And who do they call to find out where to go for pizza? Their real estate agent.
Person that sold them the house.
So I gave all the real estate agents a 5% discount. And I also gave them these little coupons that they give to their clients when they close on a house. Gives them a free single top pizza. So it's a welcome to the neighborhood because it's true. There's the other thing true about pizza is when you come here for the first time, this is where you always come.
Yep.
You don't shop around pizza. Yeah. You don't. Well, let's try this place. Let's try this place.
We're stealing that idea.
Take it.
Yeah.
I mean, it turned my business. When I bought my first pizza restaurant,
Yeah.
it was failing miserably, and was mostly because the previous owner was trying to use it as like the cookie jar, and he kept on sticking his hand in the cookie jar. And so I needed to turn this around. I did two things. I did a concept called walk, knock, talk, and sell. I gave like free slice coupons with all the business centers, got into offices, hey, here I am, here's a menu, here's a free slice coupon, come over for lunch. But then I got in with a real estate agency, the realtors group for the area, and said, hey, you come in, give me your business card, I'll give you these free pizza coupons you give to your clients when they close. And then in about 2 weeks, I had D.R. Horton call me up and say, can you make like 300 of those? I had like a 70, 75% return.
Yeah.
People will come. You move into a house and you got a free pizza to get,
Yep.
where are you going to go?
Yeah.
Because you just bought a house.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is spend more money.
Yeah, you ain't got a lot of disposable income at
So-
that point. You just used it all.
And you're hungry.
Yeah,
And-
you absolutely.
Right? You're like, you just moved all the furniture.
That's
right?
true.
Or,
Yup.
or maybe the furniture is missing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
So-
or you
Depending
didn't
on
wear.
where.
You didn't get it.
I mean, that was my plan, and it turned that around. I was able to get number 2 and number 3 going, but getting started when no one knows who you are is really difficult
It's a tough battle.
because everything's cash on the barrel,
Yep.
everything, and then you'll get 7-day terms. Am I? You're laughing because you know it's true.
Yeah, because I remember those days. Yeah, I think that was some of the hardest days, man.
Yeah.
That first year and a half. You know, you're talking about, I used to come in at 9 a.m. I get off at 11:30. I did that 6 days a week because we were closed on Sunday. So I got that one day that I didn't have to. And I did that pro bono for 6 to 8 months. You know what I mean? Like, didn't make a paycheck. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, it ain't a fun gig at that point. But you know you're building, or you hope you're building. You know what I mean? So
back 20 years ago, because the environment has changed now, there's a lot of businesses that have opened up, and there's a lot of changes here in Glenn County. How was it 20 years ago? Like, how much competition was there for you when you first started? If you
not a
remember?
lot. Yeah, I mean, we were kind of the new thing on the block, and if you're in Glenn County, you know, like the new thing on the block for a long time just got a lot of business.
Yeah.
And I knew that coming in, so I was scared that it would just end. You know, we would just hit a wall, and then luckily that didn't happen. But there wasn't a ton of it. But the funny thing is, as competition came in, I almost didn't feel like it was taken away from us. It was just making the pie bigger. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It wasn't, they were going to cut in something, but we were going to grow as a whole. And as the county's gotten bigger, and I feel like the restaurants have gotten so much better than they were 20 years ago, and Trevor can speak to this too, being a guy that grew up here. There's so much more to do. The diversity of, different things you have to do and different things you have to eat is so much bigger than it used to be.
Yeah. So Trevor, there's a lot of transplants that come down here, and you probably get a lot of traffic from off the interstate. How do you make sure that the pizza stands out from, me being from New York, and I have Long Island pizza, which is, considered the best pizza in the whole entire world.
Unless you're from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah,
and then,
that's
you
it.
know, Yeah.
Like what challenges or what do you see to make sure that the pizza and the restaurant stands out from?
The biggest thing is just making sure that everything is as consistent as you can make it. So each pizza, and is its own piece of art, and you just want to make sure that every person is getting the same quality.
Right.
No matter where they're from, whether they're regulars that come in every day or a face you've never seen before. I mean, so trying to keep up with that, it's a little challenging, but it is definitely one of the biggest things that does pay off.
Yeah.
When they're like, wow, this is the best thing I've had since south of Jersey.
Right.
Like, that compliment right there, I'm like, I've
That's
won.
good. Right. I won the heart. I won the heart.
Man, thank you.
The toughest critic.
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you because I was born and raised on Long Island.
Yep.
I mean, we had pizza places, like around every single corner, and each slice, the very thin New York slice, foldable slice. So I moved to Vermont. I lived in Vermont for a couple years. A real funny story is there was only like 2 pizza places in Vermont. They both were bad.
Wow.
But
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that.
my wife called and said, "Hey, we'd like to order a pie." They were like, "We don't have pie here." And I know, what do you mean you don't have a pie? They didn't realize that, this is a pizza pie.
Right, yeah.
So, and then, moving down here, this is actually one of the first pizza places we tried when we moved down here. And we were immediately, they're like, this is as close as to New York.
See, case in point. First spot.
Yeah.
Never look back.
Right. So, well, yeah, I mean, it is consistency. And every time we've been here, everything's been consistent. So, yeah, and you're right. Each pie is, you're right, it's its own unique piece of art because each one is individual.
Yep.
Right. So.
Yep. No machine, no rubber stamp. You know
No,
what I
right.
mean?
It's no
a man with his hands. For God's sake.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
That's what she said.
It takes a little bit of skill, right?
Yeah. I mean, especially the way we do it, it takes craftsmanship in a sense.
There's a craft to chuck in the pizza. And
Yep.
I mean, that's what separates great or good from great.
And what starts is a good dough.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You have a good dough because the crust is everything.
Yep.
And I love how the bottom of the crust is just that right golden brown, and it's firm and crisp.
Yep.
You don't have to fold the pizza; it's there.
Yeah.
And
Sits.
yeah,
You gotta
Yeah.
fold it.
Yeah.
so
I told him I fold my Elios
Yeah.
I don't know how you even do that.
from New York.
That's how. Yeah.
We gotta stop talking about Elio.
The answer
so
to
much.
every question right there.
It is
From New York.
from New York.
Down here, one of the biggest things, especially in the restaurant business, finding good people to work. You're in charge of hiring staff, I believe.
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
For now,
Or now I am. yes.
Now, yeah. For the last couple months, yeah. All on him, baby.
it's tricky. What
It
do you
is.
look for when you're trying to fill a role?
I look for people who do things outside of their job because there's almost this, I'm going to go with nihilism when it comes to a personal life. So whenever I ask, like, what do you like to do outside of work or what are your current obligations, I kind of gauge from that on what they invest their time into. Do they show support to their community? Do they want to grow as a person as far as, going to school, going into another trade? And, even if it's someone who doesn't want to be here but for more than a year but is working towards going somewhere else for themselves, like that shows, okay, we can work with that. That's a great show of character. And that's what we like here, is a great show of character.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of long-term lifers.
Yeah,
well, young
few.
you don't
kids.
want to, yeah.
Yeah. You can't even have them. You know what I mean? It's like you can get a few, and that's about it. But you want people that want to grow.
I tell you,
know what I mean?
some of the best employees I had were the high school students. It was the older people, the grown-ups, I had problems with.
Yeah.
It's the high school students. I'd have a crew of high school kids, and they'd kick me out at 5 o'clock, right at the height of the dinner rush. And I come back next morning, everything's mopped, chairs are up, make line is stuffed. So I said, you have to stock the make line before you leave, because I don't want the morning people coming in, or for the lunch people coming in, we get in like 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and have to stock everything before you start making stuff. I want to go right into making. So everything's stocked, the money's put away. If it's a couple adults,
Boom.
there's beer in the bathroom, nothing's mopped. I mean, half the make line is done.
Yep.
No.
It gets tough. You know, that's for us, the main thing is character. You know what I mean? We want people with good character, and we want people that want to make something of yourselves. You know what I mean? Like, and if it's in the restaurant business, like, hey, we got a spot for you too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we do so good, maybe not off the high school kids, but you know, we serve beer, so it makes it a little tough. But the college kids, like we do great with them. You know, we find some of our best people right there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, so. They're young, they're energetic. For
exactly.
One,
yep.
But you know, the right kids have that go-getter, go above and beyond type of attitude.
Yep.
Now, is everyone kind of cross-trained a little bit? I mean,
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, you figure like almost everybody starts serving out here on the floor, and that's by design. You know what I mean? It's like I want you to see what everything and everyone in the restaurant is doing and how you fit into the puzzle. You know what I mean? And so almost everybody is working up from there to the like now you know everything. Now you can talk about everything intelligently, and you can be a good salesman. Let's put you up front and have you do that. By the time they get back to the line, they know what comes on every pizza. They know how many meatballs come in a sub. They know how many cuts every pizza has. They know it all, and it makes it for an easy transition. That's not to say we get people that have a lot of experience cooking, and they'll get through quick. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely not the same for every person.
Yeah.
But everybody knows how to do everything. Like these people on the floor, they know how to roll dough. You know what I mean? They know how to make the sauce. They know how to cut an onion. They know how to cut a pepper. They know all that stuff. You know what I mean? So everyone does a lot of everything, which, I mean, and Trevor can speak to this. It makes it challenging. You know what I mean?
Does,
like it's tough.
and getting the right crew of people together, because your chefs, right? Or
They can be they're a tough
schedules,
nut. Yeah.
you know, scheduling has always been the toughest thing because, I need this day off and I need that day off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a puzzle, isn't it?
It
boy,
is.
he's
It's
running-
like playing Tetris, but in a worse way.
Tetris with people.
Tetris and my brain hurts.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot. And one of the big things, I'm also an accountant by trade, so with your numbers, your inventory, do you have do you like portion control with like this is how many pieces of pepperoni, or maybe you weigh out the bulk sausage for each pie and then that's what you use to put on the pie, things like that? 'Cause this is tough. Inventory was my big thing,
Yeah.
and especially with the produce. And there was it was called In-Laws, and they're out of Savannah at the time.
And
And
they're
you can
still around, I think.
you can
we
call
don't use them, but
up
yeah.
until 4:00 in the morning, and you'll get that stuff that day. So and there's no minimum. I could call and say, hey, I just need a quarter pound of basil.
Yeah.
And I can leave a message at 2:00 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning,
Yeah.
and the truck is there
Yeah.
by 10 with a quarter pound of basil. So I really kept my produce very, very low.
Yeah.
So everything was fresh and I didn't have to throw rotten tomatoes out or anything, or scrape the bottom of the barrel for onions,
Yeah.
and that made a real difference.
Yeah. For us, the fresh produce, and Trevor can tell you because he actually recently, when he came on as general manager, one of the first thing he did was change how we were doing produce and went with another produce company because he could have things much more on demand than we used to do.
That's the big thing,
and that it makes a big difference.
And the quality it comes in with is now a lot more consistent because we were finding with who we were with, we were having to toss it as soon as we got it almost, like, well, some of it. And you got to really know how to stretch things out and get the most out of everything you can to make it work. So that came across the company that, they're really, if something's bad, the representative will go to the warehouse, get it, and come to us with it.
That's what
And that is hard to find. That is hard to find.
it is. That used to be standard. Now it's a rarity.
It is. The relationships aren't what they used to be. You know what I mean? That's one thing, like, in his credit, like, he built a relationship with these people. And I just kind of stood back and was like, it's your game. You know what I mean? You play it. And that was immediately, it was one thing he got. It was just like the relationships make everything. Make good relationships. You're going to in the end, you're going to do better and you're going to do good.
Yeah, exactly. It's wonderful, and you've got pretty much original equipment here. It looks like some of that stuff's been here for the whole 19, 20 years.
So we actually just this, and it was a sore spot for a couple months because it was not without its growing pains, but we replaced 2 ovens that we never really liked that much. So I had 2 that were 73 models, and we replaced both of those. With some, it was a refurbs, you know what I mean? But that's what you get with these blodgett ovens. The new ones just are junk, you know what I mean? So you're refurbing the old ones. But the 2 I have on the bottom actually are from a pizza place, the original place I used to work at Fernandina in Moon River. One of them is a 1948 model. Wow. So that'll tell you like how old, the thing, and it's our best one by far, always has been. Yeah,
wow.
Exactly.
I mean, never.
I'm not surprised.
I will never get rid of that oven. Like at some point, it will just be in my house or something. I will never get rid of that
After
oven.
the apocalypse, that thing will still be working.
It will be. The only thing that'll be left is cockroaches in that oven. You know what I mean? Like that's it. We'll all be long gone.
I'll still be making pizza.
Yeah, like God willing. You know what I mean?
So let's talk pizza again. So besides your cheese slice and probably a pepperoni slice, what is your best-selling slice after those 2? Or pizza or pie, I should say.
I want you to answer this one. I know what my answer is.
Honestly, as of recent, I want to go towards the classic. That's usually like a very high volume item, especially on the weekends.
What's in the classic?
It's basically our supreme. So it's pepperoni, hot Italian sausage, meatball, 100% beef, mushroom, onion, bell pepper, black olives, and extra cheese. So it's like our deluxe. So it's very hearty for
Heavy
sure.
hitter. Yeah.
But the white is also just a high volume too.
Yeah.
But it's kind of varied. I'd say recently, like a lot of more people putting pesto on their pizzas and things like that. So kind of seeing how things have kind of developed over the years as people's tastes have changed is pretty neat.
The first 10 years, almost exclusively, it was the white and the Boss Hog, so the all-meat pizza
I remember
with a side of ranch, man.
Yes.
I mean, that was like everybody. I want a
yeah.
large Boss Hog and 8 sides of ranch. And
You offer ranch here?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
We make it in house, so
People
yeah,
order
it's,
by
The kids got to eat their ranch.
oh man, they do.
What's your thoughts of dipping your pizza in ranch?
Hey, my whole thing with pizza is people got rules with their pizza. You can't dip the white in the sauce. You can't dip the crust in the ranch. My rule is you keep your rules away from my pizza. All right?
Yeah.
If it's good to you, that you do it.
Yeah,
And like my kids,
Amen on
they
that.
dip their crust in ranch. They do. But they're Georgia girls, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they grew up here, and that's how we do it here. You know what I mean? So no, I've got nothing but love for that right there. Yeah. My whole thing is if it's good, it's just like the pineapple on pizza, people. Some people, oh, you can't put pineapple on pizza. I'm like, we fresh dice an entire pineapple every day.
Just
like
for that.
believe me, we're putting pineapple on some pizza. And I used to be a no
lot.
pineapple on pizza guy, but let me tell you something, that changed, and now I'll
now
do
we
anything.
go through like 6
Yeah.
whole pineapples every
what's
like
good on
4 or
pizza?
5 days.
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh,
Yes. We found that out, man.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot of people asking for honey these days. In fact, the guy that made your pie was just saying, we got to get hot honey in here. Let's just get some honey. We'll make it hot.
We did this honey walnut. We put chopped walnuts on top, cooked the pizza. When it came out, drizzled the honey on top, and
Yep.
off it went.
Oh, man.
And I tell you, that was seasonal. I did it seasonal.
Yeah.
And people all year round be like, when is that honey walnut pizza coming? When is that? I'm like, it's coming back in the fall.
Yep.
But do you have any like a pizza that you want to make that you haven't made yet here?
We've actually started venturing into that territory recently with our taco pizza we came out this week. I mean, I think we're gearing towards that. One we haven't made, though.
I mean, then we have plenty that we've made, that the staff has made, that we haven't sold. So we actually have a secret menu, and it's all pizzas that have developed as kind of the staff. So, and Trevor actually did one. He did a Philly cheesesteak pizza, and that's one that will be coming out in a couple weeks. But we kind of decided now every week we're going to do a different pizza off that secret menu. So We got a cheeseburger pizza. The taco pizza was one that one of our guys, Drake, invented. We did that this week. We're doing the Philly cheesesteak pizza. We have a lasagna pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good.
There's a Cuban sandwich pizza that we've done in the past, and that one's really good.
One of the slices that I enjoyed the most growing up was a ziti slice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just baked ziti, just all on.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing was heavy. I mean,
I've heard of people doing a macaroni and cheese pizza, and I ain't done that yet, but
Yeah.
And then actually we did for a while we had a collaboration with Southern Soul Barbecue where we were using their Boston butt and their sauce, and we were making a barbecue pizza.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, and so that's actually one that we're bringing back that we'll be doing, as a week-long special under that same thing. But yeah, it's one of those things now to where it's like we kind of decide to do that way. Whenever someone comes up with something real good and creative that we know that people are going to want to try, it's just a medium for them to come do it. You know what I mean? So all these ideas that different staff members have are all starting to come to fruition now. So we're super excited about that part. And it's just one of the, we talk about things that separate us from the crowd. That's going to be one thing that's going to make us a little different. You know what I mean? So that was actually the brainchild of them. You know what I mean? That wasn't my idea. That was the staff's idea. So,
That's really cool. Promote that kind of stuff. Get your staff more involved. They get invested into, and they
do.
get a little bit of ownership.
everybody has good ideas. You know what I mean? Like, just get them out.
Other than pizza, what else do we have in Broomelli Boys here? What else do we have on the menu?
So the wings is kind of is the new big thing, and that's actually something where we've had our hot or mild and our barbecue, but now every Wednesday we're going to start doing. We've already started doing $1 Wing Wednesday. So we did a Parmesan garlic one, and that's one that was a big hit that we've been wanting to do for a long time. Got a hot lemon pepper one coming. There's a teriyaki one coming. There's a huli huli barbecue sauce that I make at home that I do barbecue chicken with on the grill. That's going to come out as a wing sauce. So that's one thing we're doing. Baked spaghettis is something we've been doing for a while. So, you're basically taking your spaghetti sauce, you want sausage on it, you want meatballs on it, you want both on it, whatever. Throw some melted cheese on top of that, some Parmesan, oregano, and garlic, and get that thing out. That's another thing. And funny enough, like, one of the things we're known for is salads of all things.
Yeah,
But
I was just about to ask you about that.
That's
when we were starting to eat, I said one of the things that is really, really good here is your salads.
that's one of those things where, and it comes back to when Trevor was saying about the produce and having that fresh produce.
That lettuce makes it happen, dude.
Twice a day, you know what I mean? We're cutting that lettuce, you know what I mean? We don't buy chopped lettuce. We don't buy a heart of lettuce. We get the whole head. So you're getting the flavor. And for romaine, from the top of the leaf to the bottom, it goes tart to sweet. You need the whole thing in there, you know what I mean, to get it that real rich flavor. And that's part of our thing. It's like, hey, everything's fresh cut, and you're going to taste it. Yeah. And not to mention our dressings, we have to get shipped in from Chicago. So
the Greek,
or make our own. So
the Greek dressing is
hard to procure. In fact, there's about 6 to 8 weeks in the winter. We can't even order it because they won't ship it out because it freezes in the trucks when they're leaving Chicago.
I'll come here for lunch.
We'll remember to stock up on that one this year.
Yeah, true that.
I mean, because I would come for your lunch, the lunch special, was it the 2 slices and a salad or whatever? Oh man, I always get the Greek salad and it's just like phenomenal.
Yeah, I like a good Greek salad.
Yeah, Greek's top of the line. You know what I mean? That's the feta too. It's like we buy the feta cheese. You can buy the stuff in the bag. We get it in a big bucket, in a block, soaking in brine, and we crumble it every day,
That's the way to do it.
Some Greek guy in a boat delivers it right there.
Right, he does, just paddling up from Greece,
He's like, here's your feta cheese, my friend. Here's your feta cheese. So, we got generational gap probably here, right?
But
you look young. I mean, I did not peg you.
And I am, yeah.
You are.
And
I did not peg you for owning this place for 20 years.
Yeah.
You must have started when you were like 15.
Yeah, that's what it was, 15, sure. We'll go with that.
But marketing, right now we have social media. Like, how hard has it been trying to get a presence on social media?
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it, but I lean on, that's one of the things I lean on these guys for. You know what I mean? Like,
especially when it comes to like stories now. Stories are a very big thing because it's a daily pop-up. You can just boom, It's up there for 24 hours, so you can get a lot of visibility that way
Yeah.
and interactions.
Yeah, and interactions. I'm not good at that kind of thing. If I wasn't here, if I didn't have this place, and if I didn't have to have a personal account to have a business account, I would not be on it. You know what I mean? I would be done. But you have to be there. And one of the things I just constantly see is that it's the quick stuff, the stuff that's up and down, like he's talking about in 24 hours, gets the most reactions rather than these static posts or these video posts that are up kind of permanently. And that it surprises me. But again, that's not marketing towards me. That's marketing towards them.
Right.
But even for him, he's trying to market towards a generation now that's younger, you know,
Right.
10 years under him. So
Yeah, I mean, things have changed so much. Instead of opening up a newspaper or a magazine, you're scrolling through reels,
clicking,
you know, and that's been the thing. It's now I'm stuck doing it. You know, I think all of us are guys who sit down and we need some alone time, and we're sitting there scrolling through
But
stuff.
that's the funny thing is, one time I heard someone say, I can't remember where I heard it from, but that just like cars now, our phones are simply just an extension of ourselves. That's pretty much what it is, you know. So,
But pizza should be an extension of ourselves.
it should,
Yeah.
a very big extension, the whole pie.
The whole pie, that's right.
And what size is this? Is like a regular size, medium?
It's
large?
medium.
So you have the large. Do you have anything like monster size?
We do. It's our slice pie. That thing is 20 to 22 inches. We usually use it for cutting up for the New York style slices that people can buy, especially during lunchtime. But we do have boxes to fit a 20-inch pie in case anybody's like, I want a whole one.
Have you ever thought about doing a pizza eating challenge?
It's crossed minds.
You know, because I watch a lot of this can be on YouTube, but I watch a lot of YouTube, and one of the guys that I watch is his name's Adam, but he goes by Beard Meats, MEATS food, and he does all these food challenges, and one of them be a pizza challenge where it'd be like a 20 whatever pizza,
the entire slice pie.
yeah, and it's just amazing
Honestly,
to watch.
You did 30
I want
minutes?
that to happen just to watch it happen. I want to see it, just someone try.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you already have the ability to make it, you might as well,
Yep.
right? Because I mean, it'll be more publicity for you guys to be like, hey, they got a pizza challenge, and I want to try that pizza challenge.
That's actually something my barber, after we were at a hot dog eating contest, you know, and he was like, a pizza eating contest. He's like, we do something where if you've seen and I know I'm dating myself, but the movie The Great Outdoors, the old 96er or whatever it was, they had a steak that big. He's like, if someone can eat this entire thing, well, it's free then. And
Right.
It's like, as long as my bathroom stays clean afterwards, that's the big thing for me. I'm like, I don't.
But that would
that's
be
a lot of dairy going down, man.
That's an automatic loss, and then you
Right. Yeah.
you got to keep it down for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
or you got to keep it in.
It's gotta
You know what I mean?
digest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to digest. But yeah, I mean, that'd be something, because there is no real food challenges here in this area.
No.
Yeah, the only one I can think of is Buffalo Wild Wings, Blazing Challenge.
Yeah.
They do
but-
a super hot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count.
No.
It doesn't. Chain gang, you know what
Yeah.
I
It's
mean?
not
that hot.
Yeah.
It's
not that hot.
Yeah.
It
It's not
says.
that hot.
But yeah, I mean, if because
I don't know.
you got
That's
this
just
guy that does pizza challenges, or there's women that do pizza challenges too. If you get them to come here do a pizza challenge, that's more spotlight for you,
That's it.
more spotlight for.
That's actually two ideas to steal right there. We got the real estate and we got the pizza
Yeah,
challenge.
it's
You guys.
it's like
I wanna
fishing and just
say.
reeling it on.
Yeah.